Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another live stream of City Skylines. We're playing the How a Real City Starts series. Okay, and if you're new here, please follow and like and subscribe and all those good things. And today we are going to continue the city of Vanilla Vale because it is practically vanilla. We've only got very basic mods in place and no assets whatsoever. So the next thing that kind of happens with cities or towns as they start to develop into cities is they get the densification of farmland. Farmland moves out. There's redevelopment of farmland that's pretty close to the city, and that moves out a little bit further. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created a new little farm area over here. I've extended this road network out a little bit into this direction, and we'll have a new farmland pop up over here because we do need the everything that is associated with the farmland basically, and then we'll start moving things out a little bit. So what we're going to need is we want some large crops, but let's quickly lay out the farm a little bit better than just that. So we'll do a little bit of something like this so that we kind of provide ourselves with kind of pretty decent spots to put some farming land. We'll do a similar thing over here, and then we'll just do maybe something like that, and we'll tie it in a few spots. Actually, something like that should be okay. So it looks like this is fairly efficient. Okay, so let's get some large crops in here as a starting point. Okay, let's see, shall we can put a few things to the back over there straight away. Okay, and like so. Okay, so we'll have some large crops available straight away over there. That's all kind of the wheat stuff, so we need to move our bakery moves out this way. There we go. I'm powering that with its own local Merchant, how are you? Welcome to the stream. With its own little self-sufficient setup over here. Okay, so we're gonna move this stuff out. So we're gonna say, give me the flour mill, and we will move that out. So the flour mill will move out over here, and obviously kind of in the real world terms, it's pretty simple stuff. The building, there needs to be a new building built, and then the other one moves, and then the internal facilities moves out. We've also got a milking parlor which we'll move over. Okay, maybe a little something like that. And are we out of water again? Seems like we are. No, we should not be out of water. Wonder whether we went out of power for a second. No, power is also not an issue. We have power and water. Okay, so that's moving its way out there. We need to say what else can move out that way. We've got ourselves a little bit of a large grain silo, which I'm also pretty keen to put straight next to this, kind of onto the highway piece over there. So something like that as the grain silo, and just keep all of that in there. Just need to make sure that we actually provide all of this with power. So that's pretty cool right there, and we'll start moving out some of the other facilities also. So we've got over here some farm maintenance facilities that will move out over here. This is the Sunset Estate, by the way. Farm maintenance facilities over there, and we will also move out the farm workers barracks over here also. That's just going to be on the main road over there. So it doesn't need to be too, it's never too dense in a farming area. Okay, so there we go. Some stuff is available to us. Now, we can probably move some of these crops out as well instead of rebuilding them. Yeah, we can do that. If I can continue to actually find the stuff. Okay, pretty big crop fields. Probably shouldn't have built all of those. Let's get the animal products over there. Okay. Yeah, right here next to the milking field or thingy. Wow, lots of workers work here, so we definitely need this. Maybe a little something like that over there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good fit right there. So we're going to move all of this out and start to close off this area. Look at all whoops, we've got a bit of sheep over here that doesn't have a place to go. Is that going to be sufficient for now, or what? How's our water doing now? Our water is fine. Just need to make sure that we've got that. Let's bring a little bit more of this out over here. Then we will go and redevelop that area. So I'll grab a few more of these guys. Bring them out. It's going to be a nice and large farming area, and we will need some public transport heading out that way. Ah, yes, Submersion, I'm doing well. I'm enjoying an early morning stream. What time is it where you are at the moment? Is it a good time for you, or is it a bit problematic? What expansions mods are you using? 11 PM. Not too bad, I hope. Expansions and mods, it's pretty much, I'm not using, the mods that I'm using is only the Traffic Manager President Edition and I'm also using Move It. I think those are the only two. I think maybe Precision Engineering is on as well. But in terms of, yeah, that's the only real mods that I'm playing with. What I'm also doing is I am using most of the DLCs. So I've got the Industries DLC and the Campus DLC and the Green Cities DLC, and yeah, I can't even remember what else. So there's a lot of farmland that we've got to get going over here. So in reality, you probably won't move fields out like that, but in this city we are. And then this area will become a new spot. Okay, I'm not going to move those out. I'll kind of just get rid of the rest of this. So let's get rid of the rest of this. Okay, so that's out of there. Then we'll get rid of the Vanilla Vale farming district, and we'll make that just a normal kind of spot. And I think yeah, I'm not sure how we do that. So that is it's just a kind of normal district. So let's get rid of it like that, and what we'll do is we will just use the standard new stuff, and we'll redo this area here and we'll make it from Vanilla Vale to Vanilla Valley maybe. So I've found a lot of places where they actually use the old farm name. Oops, Vanilla Valley. Vanilla Valley. Okay, so Vanilla Valley is the new residential, well, not residential, it's just the new district area over here. Okay, so what also happens when that kind of thing starts to occur, we do need to get public transport out here for these guys to have actual workers here. Lots of traffic now happening over there, but what also happens is all of these little roads, some of them gets used, others gets taken away and are replaced with something a little bit more substantial. So we'll go ahead and upgrade some of these roads right there. We're only going to play about a half an hour, so another 20 minutes or so of City Skylines, and then we'll move on to Airport CEO. Okay, so over here, I do want us to potentially upgrade to something a little bit more substantial again. Let's grab some of these guys. Okay, we'll grab that one, and we'll upgrade this section through here. Oops, I don't know if I necessarily wanted to do that. That's okay. So up to about there, we've got a slightly wider one over there, and then here I am almost tempted to to bring out a bit of a boulevard thing over here. So we'll go with this one and we'll upgrade to something like this, that then ties into that way over there. I'll probably do an hour and a half today, so 30 minutes of City Skylines and then an hour of Airport CEO. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade some of this as well. Okay, that seems to be pretty good there. Okay, so now we've got, and this one here we probably want to upgrade as well, so we'll upgrade that one too. It's not uncommon to maintain the same roads, just probably upgrade it. Okay, so now this area could potentially become a slightly more higher density section. So what we'll do is we will provide an area here for some commercial that's slightly more high density, a nice little square in there with a little open area, and at the same time we need tons more industrial. So the industrial is going quite nicely over here. Let's make sure to get a little bit of public transport out here for the guys. We are just doing buses at the moment, but we could see us doing something else. This entire area is not served by buses at the moment. Okay, we do need to make something happen with that. And that area is pretty well served over there, but this side we need a little bit something to do. I'm kind of tempted to say that we just expand this route to go in here. Okay, so what I'll do, let's look at this. I'll show you something now. We'll get this guy to kind of go in here. Okay, at the same time we will give you that piece there, and then we'll get this guy to go in that way, and we will just give it a stop back over there again. So there's this route now running into there. I like that. Let's get out of here. I wanted to show you, look at this. All of these sheep are walking to the new farm. I love this. We've got a stampede, a herd on the move. Okay. I always set metros from district to district and have multiple routes. Yeah, metros definitely. A little bit later though. We still have like 11,000 people, so metro is still a little bit out of reach for us. We're gonna be using buses for now. Okay, so let's make sure we get a little bus route that runs through this area as well. Maybe just one circular route should be fine. Okay, we'll do it around here, then we will tie it in over there, and we will run into this direction over here and tie that in all together over there. So there we go. Let's quickly have a look at this route over here, and this, what was this area? Robin Square. So that's the Robin Ring over there. I think let's just make it a different color so we can actually spot it, something like that maybe, and we'll call that Robin Ring. There we go. So hopefully we get those people working with our buses over there. Okay, now what I want to do is I want a bus route that kind of goes all the way from the rail station out to the farm. So let's quickly grab that. Let's do this. So we've got this guy over here. So what we'll do is we will start that somewhere over here. We will stop with next to this one as well. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So let's do that. Let's start a route, a new route over there. We will use this very same stop over here. Actually, should we run? No. We want this to be pretty straightforward. So we'll use this stop over there, okay? And then we'll run. Maybe we'll do a quick stop over here, and I'll do one on the green line there as well so that people can go over there. And then this comes out all the way to the farm. It goes back, it stops over there, it stops over here, and it concludes right over here, doesn't it? Is there a point in maybe stopping over there? No, let's just do that. There we go. So let's quickly have a look at this. This is the that's going to be the sunshine line. It's out to the farm, and we'll give it a nice yellowy color, something like that. Good stuff. Sunshine line going out over there. What I also want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and say that stop's going to go right there, and we're going to put another stop back over there. So now at least we're going to get some stops right here next to the next to the school. Okay, so now at least people should be able to get, oh, here they come on their way, almost back. Okay, so now at least people should be able to get here pretty well. Okay, now this area over here we need to go and expand a little bit more. There's also the big strong demand for industrial, which will probably continue alongside the kind of the railway line over here. But the other thing that we can also do is we can start opening up our first kind of office districts fairly close to the main street over here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get some of this and we'll start getting our first offices in place. We need a little bit better road network than what we've got at the moment to be able to justify that or work with that. So we'll do a little something like this, probably tie that in over here. Excellent, that's going to be pretty good for us. Do something like that maybe. Ooh, that's a little bit too okay, let's try that again. Let's see where can we actually squeeze something. But yeah, it seems like, okay, so we'll do a little bit like that. That's probably not great. Okay, so there's a few spots over here that we can get some offices to start popping into. So we'll do our first little office park section right over here. Okay, so we'll have some office going in there. Yeah, and I think that's going to be fine. We'll have it all the way up to there, so that the farmland is making way for some new office developments over here. Okay, we also, yeah, the industrial demand is quite substantial. So how's everything going over here with our new Sunshine Estate? Let's quickly just have a look. Crime rate is too high, but we are making a fair bit of money. Okay, the other thing that we could also do, actually this road seems to be a little, with all of these mountain sides and things over here, this road could probably be a little bit problematic as is, because we can't really run that into anywhere else. Yeah, so let's for now leave this little piece over there, and it just stops over there. See how that works. Okay, excellent. Let's speed things up so we can get some of this stuff growing a little. Oops, we need more, we need a little bit of water over here. That should do the trick, right, like so. Excellent. And now there's a lot of people that's now coming to work in this area, so what we'll do is we will provide them with a nice bit of commercial area right next door. So the Robert Jackson Street over here will have a bit of a function as a bit of a commercial boulevard or commercial street between the kind of industrial street over here and our business park. Can do a little bit more like that, maybe even a little bit like this. There we go. We squeeze in a few things next to these windmills or power generating windmills. Okay, everything else is going well. We've got decent traffic flow pretty much everywhere. This is getting pretty busy over here. Why is that though? Lots of people trying to get out over here. One thing that I just want to do, and this is why I continue to use Traffic Manager President, is because of the need to be able to do just little tweaks as to how some of these things work. I am a little tempted to put in something along the lines of that, and we'll do something like this, as this is the main line. We want these guys to continue to flow. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, we also can start to expand some of these areas a little bit. We did end up doing the bridge over there. The other bridge that I wanted to do was a bit of a pedestrian bridge right over here. So we're just gonna do the standard one, and we'll see about how we connect that up. We'll do something like this. We'll cut across here, and we will drop that in right over there. So now there's also a bit of a bridge like that. That seems a little weird to me, but anyway, that's okay. So now people can actually walk across from the one side to the other side. Let's quickly have a look at what's going on with things like education. So elementary, and we probably need some more high school education. These areas are a little underserved. We definitely need to start looking at potentially our first university. Public library, we might need another public library over here somewhere. Let's do that. Let's pop in a public library. Which one is it? It's this one. Okay, so can I just close that off so that, how do I switch that off? Yes, thank you. So public library, potentially, yeah, somewhere like that's going to be an awesome spot for it. We'll move it out one block. So we'll have a bit of a public library over there. Hopefully that helps the education levels. We do need a little bit more in terms of maybe an elementary school. Actually, the elementary schools aren't too bad. What we'll do is we'll pop in an elementary school over here also. Okay, so that there's a little bit more going on over there. We do need something like a high school, so community school, and an Institute of Creative Arts is what we'll do over here on this side, next to the business area over there. So they will do an Institute of Creative Arts that's opening up next to the office park in Vanilla Valley. And now people are starting to get a little happier that way. We also need to have a quick look at what's going on with our jails and things. So we don't have a lot of police stations. We've got one over there, one over there. So it's probably about time to look into something a little bit closer by on this side. So let's do this square here and use that as a spot for a police station. Okay, let's also have a look at what's happening with these guys. Yeah, we probably need a little some of this as well. Can we maybe squeeze an area over here for the crematorium? Or alternatively, we'll just put it next to the police station. Let's have a look. Clinics. Did we not have a clinic? Okay, so that one isn't actually providing good proper access all the way through. Maybe we'll do a bit of a clinic, yeah, right over there somewhere. You should add a prison or something. Yeah, I do want to add a prison. I do want to do that. And let's just quickly have a look at fire before we move away from that. Let's add a fire station kind of right over here. Actually, I just want to not have it straight on that road there. Let's just do that there. Fire station over there. Okay, so this area has got its services in there. So if we wanted to do a bit of a prison, where would we do that? What's happened over here? We had a bit of a burn down situation. Let's just have a look at that. So we had a fire here. Can we please rebuild this? This building needs to be searched for survivors by a disaster response unit before it can be rebuilt. Where's the disaster response unit? Where do I get that? Let's have a look. Maybe it's over here. How do you get a disaster response unit? Is this a disaster response unit? But really? Do we have to build this massive disaster response unit? It kind of feels a little overkill to me, so I'll leave that. I'll leave that for now. We'd rather just look into maybe doing something like a prison. Okay, so we'll have. So the state government is providing funding for the city in the form of some money, if we do provide a prison, and it's kind of thought that the prison could be out here in the sticks somewhere. We constantly have this water problem going on, so potentially the prison needs to be a little bit out somewhere where people aren't going to be bothered by it too much. So out here in the hills next to this area seems to be a good spot for us. So we're going to go ahead and plan our first prison up here in the hills. It's a good spot for people to be living, but it's isolated by the lumber industry over here. So we are going for a prison. Too steep. We can't actually build a prison on the hill. They don't like us. They don't allow us to do that. But we could do it over here if the road allowed us to do so. So yeah, maybe a little spot somewhere. Also, the other place where it could be is up here somewhere. A little bit tucked away, out of the way. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll give the prison a little bit of a rest for now. Drunk Pilot, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Okay, yeah, we've got about 5 minutes left, then we'll switch over to Airport CEO. Let's see what else. Let's do a little bit of residential in this area also. So let's continue to build out our road network. Something like that. Ooh. Let's tie it in over there. Okay. Just want to tie these two together like so. That's going to be a little bit of the stuff that we're going to do here. We'll tie that in there and there. We could add an extra section through there, so that'll be a little bit of a residential area over here, and this will all go to high density. So we'll do a little bit of high density up like so, and there, all the way through there, and all the way on that side. Perfect. Let's make sure they've got some water over here. Okay, so let's run the water in there, and then we'll do similarly over there. So that's tied in. So now all that I want to do is just make sure that people actually have a little bit of a walkway to get from the one side to the other side. It's a little rough, but they can. Now get out there. Potentially we'll do a similar thing right over here also, so people can walk to the streets through from the residential area over there. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay, so we are now starting to densify this area, redevelop the farmland over here. Our farm on the other hand over here, the moved farm, is doing well, making a fair bit of money. Probably not at the level where it used to be, but we'll get there. We can expand, get some more services. The flour isn't actually being sold just yet, so we probably need to have a look at maybe another little station or railway station over here for that stuff. Yeah, that could be quite useful. And we continuously have this problem with the water, and I don't quite know why. Is it a power issue? See, like right there, all of that's now a water problem. Are we not paying properly for water? Let's quickly have a look at our budget, because I did tweak around with the budget a little bit. So get out of here. Let's have a quick look at our budget. So our budget, we're providing 100% for all of that. I'm also now thinking we can probably up our values for all of these guys. Okay, just make sure that we put all of that back to 100%, because we're not in trouble with that anymore. Yes, absolutely, definitely for education. That would be pretty good. And then what is this? Industry areas. Well, let's do that. See how that goes. Okay, that's pretty much it then. The budget is looking good. I do want us to build that prison as well, but maybe we'll do a little spot for the prison over here. What's going on with the water? It is an issue, but water availability seems to be fine. Maybe what we'll do is we will provide a little bit of a water tower right over there, and we'll link that up, and maybe that will sort things out a little bit, give us a little bit better situation here. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining the stream for City Skylines. Stay tuned. I'm gonna just toggle us off and we will move over to Airport CEO in a minute. Give me 1 minute. For those of you leaving the stream now, thank you so much for joining us, and remember to like and subscribe and all those good things. See you in a minute.